Where better to talk about a field watch than when you're actually out in the field? Welcome back to the Humble Horologist. This is one of those rare times I get to get outside in the wilderness. Well, it's not really the wilderness, it's more like a backyard. But I'm blessed to be living in a place where we have a backyard that is like this. And I'm thankful that you can take a microphone and a video camera, or iPhone, and go out into the woods and record your YouTube channel video about a watch, a field watch. A field watch that I think is one of my favorite, if not favorite, of all field watches. And why is that? It's because it does everything that it's supposed to, and it looks good while doing it. What I'm talking about is my vintage Swiss military watch. And I'm out here in the woods, in the field, with a field watch. What do you need a field watch for anyway? Well, a field watch is something that should be tough, it should be dependable, it should be something that you can count on when the going's rough. That's an old commercial. Some of you may know what that is. And since this is Tennessee and we are a constitutional carry state, I'm going to do a little bit of practicing. America. This is the Swiss military field watch, or it could be considered an officer's watch. You know, this comes from the 1990s, and so it's vintage. There's not a lot of information when it comes to watches like this. As a matter of fact, it's hard to find out anything about the Swiss military or the Swiss Army, period. So if I'm out in the field and I'm wanting to have a watch that I depend on, I could go, obviously, to something like a G-Shock or, a Casio or even a Timex. A Weekender, but, an Ironman or something like that. And there's a cat, evidently a field cat, a lion, a tiger. Will you get away from the microphone? Now he's against the camera stand. If I'm out somewhere in the woods or in a field, I could be farming, I could be chasing rabbits, I could be cornstalk watching. I don't know, but whatever you want to do in the field, it could be the woods, it could be the mountains, whatever. You want a watch that is going to be dependable, something that you can count on in, every extreme. And when you look down to see the time, and possibly even the day and date, it's going to tell you. And it's not going to be broken from the rough use that you've put it through. Well, I can testify that this is a tough watch, and it has held up now for a long time, considering the fact it was made in the 90s. A good field watch is something that is going to give you legibility, it's going to give you durability and longevity, something that you don't have to worry about when you go out in the field. It has a quartz movement. It has an easy to read dial. It is stainless steel. It has a screw down case back. The cat is climbing up my leg. Say hi. It's a mountain lion in the field. A plane's flying over. Now I've got cat hair on my shirt. Back to what I was talking about. You want something that has some measure of water resistance, because even in the woods you could run into a mountain stream, when you're thirsty and you're like, I've got to have some water. You might want to dip your hands down into it and you might get your watch wet. How sad would it be to kill your watch while you're trying to quench your thirst? So this Swiss military watch has 100 meters of water resistance. you can go dive in the creek if you want to. What else can I say about it? It's got a day and a date complication. It's not an everything you want watch, but it's a good one. And if you get out here and you run into some poison oak or some poison ivy and you start to swell up, well, hey, there's a lot of micro adjustment on this watch, more so than I've seen on just about any other watch I've got. Look at that. If you can't micro adjust that to take care of whatever swelling in the field that you have, you need to see a doctor. I wanted to share this with you because it is one of my favorite watches. I do not ever want to get rid of it. I got it off of eBay for like $35, and it's been a couple of years, and I wanted to show it to you. And when it comes to the Swiss military, I don't know what to say about them. I mean, I don't know if they're a fighting force, a Boy Scout club, a charity group. I don't know. I mean, they do carry guns, they wear uniforms, and they like red tools and, play in the snow. God bless them for whatever they do. But when it comes to their watches, I don't think they get enough credit. You don't see a lot of them in the reviews from what I've seen. They don't get a lot of love, a lot of recognition. But when it comes to their build quality, construction, materials, I don't see why they don't, because they seem to be a really good quality watch. Back in the studio just for a second to add something. This is a Swiss Army watch that my wife got for me back in the early to mid 90s, and it has stuck around and worked this whole time and is a wonderful looking watch, very tough, very solid. And then this watch here, man, goodness, I would love to have it, but they don't sell it in America. I don't know why, but it is a sharp looking watch, and I love the crown on that thing. Now, back to the field. When people think of the Swiss Army, what do they think about? Typically, Swiss Army knives. Or Swiss military. What do they think about? Swiss Army. It's like synonymous. They're the same thing and they're not. And it's a real complicated history, and it's a complicated thing now, and I don't even think I understand it enough to explain it to you. Anything that has the Swiss flag emblem on it should be something that is approved of, made in, has something to do with the Swiss. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share and leave a comment, and please subscribe to this channel. I would like to see this channel grow, and the more that it grows, I have giveaways. The more I can do stuff, the better the quality of the videos, so on and so forth. And if you can, buy me a cup of coffee. All you have to do is use your cell phone, take a picture of the QR code, and it'll show you exactly what to do. And I would appreciate it. Well, you can't get better studio lighting than that. Except it's a little bright, makes him squint. Well, anyway, see you next time, and remember, watches are replaceable, but time is not. God bless.